Welcome back for another Entitled Parent video. Today we have 3 Entitled Parent stories for you to enjoy. As always, don't forget to share and like if you enjoy these videos. Without further ado, here we go. EM nearly kills my brother because I wouldn't give her daughter my backpack. This happened a couple years back and yet it still haunts me to this day. As with any story, there's an EM and her entitled child, about 10 if I had to guess, who so happened to be a huge weeb. My little brother was 9, which would make me around 13. More characters will appear as they become relevant. Anyways, it was a crisp December morning. I got out of the car with my little brother and decided to wait with him for the bus, seeing as some of his friends were generally cool people. We were discussing Minecraft and how it could possibly have a revival. The kids doubted it, but they were wrong. When EC spotted my backpack and ran over. I was wearing my new Tokyo Ghoul backpack because my mom was taking me to Starbucks to eat together before I left for school, as I wanted to spend more time with her. The conversation is fairly hazy, seeing as it happened a couple years ago, but I'll do my best to summarize it. EC: "Hey, cool backpack, I love that anime." I was slightly confused because Tokyo Ghoul targeted a more mature demographic and this girl seemed way too young to handle it. Me: thanks, I just got it in the mail a couple of days ago. EC: "Can I see it? Oh, it's got so many pockets." She reached over to unbuckle the front pouch so she could see inside, but I pulled it away from her. It was both a shoulder bag and a backpack. Me: "Sorry, I don't like people touching my things without permission." EC nodded and ran off towards the land wheel, presumably her mother. She said a few words to her, but I mostly ignored them until I swore I could feel the ground trembling beneath my feet as the EM approached me. EM: "Why won't you let my sweet pumpkin touch your backpack? She's a huge fan of that show." I should get going now. I started backing away towards the car, but EM grabbed my back and tried to rip it off my arm, dislocating my shoulder as I later learned. It was pure hell to say the least. My whole arm was screaming in agony. My brother noticed this and ran at the EM, kicking her in the shin. LB: "Leave my sister alone." EM proceeded to throw my brother into the road, right as the bus turned the corner and drove towards him. The bus screeched to a halt just a few inches from where my brother was lying dazed on the pavement. I was still in immense pain, screaming for help as the bus driver noticed the commotion and ran over. My mom, who had watched the fight, leaped out of the car with her sheathed machete. Yes, she keeps it in there just in case, and charges at the land wheel, screeching a battle cry. Bus driver: "What in the blaze happened over here? Why is there a child in the middle of the road?" EM: "Well, you see, this brat stole my daughter's backpack and she was cut off by my mom, side-tackling her and pinning all of her blubber to the pavement." My mom: "You bitch, you attacked my daughter and nearly killed my son. What the F is wrong with you? If I see you near my children again, I'll make sure you're never seen again." EM: "Help, this psychotic bitch is assaulting me for trying to get my daughter's backpack." EC proceeded to rip the bag off my arm, further dislocating my shoulder, and ran towards the bus. She didn't make it far before the bus driver grabbed her by the arm and twisted it so she dropped the bag. EC: "Mommy, this mean old man won't let me have the backpack." A few minutes later, the cops and ambulance pulled up. My mother was taken in for questioning but only stayed in prison for a couple of days before being released. The EM was charged with assault and attempted murder and is currently serving a 10-year sentence in prison. She has 8 to go. Woohoo! EC was sent to live with her dad, and my brother always said that whenever she saw him at the bus stop, she would always give him a death glare and blamed him for her mom being arrested. As for me, I spent a few days in the hospital next to my brother, who apparently had received a minor concussion when his head hit the pavement. Basically, my brother nearly died because I was wearing a Tokyo Ghoul backpack. I stopped wearing it to school after that incident. After all, you can never be too safe. Entitled mom almost kidnapped and killed my little sister for toys. I'm Spanish, so sorry if you find any spelling or grammar error. I recently discovered this subreddit and it really helped me because I needed to tell this to someone just so I feel a little bit better. For putting you in the situation, this happened a month ago while I was at the park with my little sister, who we're gonna call LS. She's 9 and I'm 15. Also, we adopted her from Honduras. She knows that, and we even celebrate the anniversary of her going with our family. When she went with us, the people there stole almost all the things she had, so she refuses to give her things to strangers. This will be important later. I'll try my best relating it because, as I said, it happened a month ago. Cast: EM, entitled mother, EK, entitled kid, LS, my little sister, me, and a person that lived in a flat next to the park. I was with LS playing in the park. She had a scooter and a backpack on with toys and notebooks for drawing, etc. There's a spot in the middle of the park about 10 square meter large and 3 meters tall that you can access by stairs. There are stairs on each side. So I sat on a bench near to the wall, the one that's 3 meters tall, and told her to play wherever she wanted and I'll wait her there. Did that because there was a car in front and I could see up that square by the reflect of the window and there was no one in the park. She went up with scooter and bag and everything was normal until EM and EK came. They had parked their car on the other side of the park, right in front of the stairs. I noticed on the car window reflect EK coming towards LS and heard the conversation. Just for curiosity, I started spying standing on the bench and seeing them behind a tree that was there. The park is full of vegetation. EK: hey. LS: hey. EK: what are you playing with? My toys. She was on the grass with the scooter at her side and the bag was opened, so she was playing with the toys. EK: what is what you got in your hands right now? Just an airplane toy. Can I pick some toys? She had a few little cars, the airplane, and 2 action figures, which she liked a lot. LS: sorry. Now she started to feel uncomfortable, I think because she put all back in the bag. EK: but those are boys' toys and you shouldn't be playing with them. I should. He was about 5 years old and I wish in the future he understand that nearly nothing is assigned to a gender. EM looks about 30 years old. LS: but I like them, so please, if you're gonna be like that, go away. I stayed behind the tree with my phone in hand, marking our parents' number because I saw the EK talking to EM and both of them coming to LS and I have a bad feeling about it. My sister is almost ready to go down the stairs to go with me. She didn't knew I climbed using the bench and I was hiding on the tree when EM picks the scooter. EM: why don't you want to let my son take your toys? At that phrase, I just clicked the call button and told our parents what was happening, where we were, and they were pretty close to the park, so just 2 minutes walking for them. Didn't hear a little bit of the conversation, so I, knowing our parents are on the way, walked from behind of a tree to them and then I said, who are those, LS? Why does she have your scooter? She took it and won't give it to me unless I give her son my toys because they are for boys. Me, processing everything. In what year do you live? Why do you ask me that? Because toys aren't attached to a gender, told it in a way that I hoped her child noticed what was wrong with him. No, those are boys' toys and you are going to give it to my son now. What are you, her brother or something? Yes I am, and you better give us the scooter. No, unless you give my son her toys. Pointing at the backpack my sister had, now on her back and ready to go. At this point, our parents arrived and asked us what happened. I told them everything and EM was trying to deny it by saying excuses like we are poor and we need toys and we need those toys more than you. She's a girl and those toys are not good for her. We were talking for like 5 minutes about that when EM said, fine, I'll take them myself. She effing kicked our parents and hit us with the scooter. My sister in the effing forehead and me in the stomach. My sister starts bleeding and EM grabs her and opens the car with her keys, telling her son to enter. He does it and she keeps dragging my little sister with her forehead bleeding and we were recovering from the hit. Our parents are 50+ years old, so they were really damaged when N came out of the flat and stopped EM, punched her in the head, making she fall and stops dragging little sister. N: are you all okay? I was hanging my clothes when I saw this. I have already called the police and they will be here in 1 minute. We live in a really small town. Me: I am, but she isn't, pointing at little sister. Our parents finally get up while N keeping EM down and I tried to somehow stop the bleeding of little sister and call an ambulance. I hear the cop siren and EM was moving like a cockroach trying to get up. I fainted for the stress and woke up in the hospital. My parents only told me that EM was arrested and they don't know what happened to EK. My sister now has a scar on her forehead and a severe trauma that made her not talk at all and gave her a big anxiety. And she has to go every day to a psychologist for treating it. Still haven't seen her be happy, smile or laugh since then. I hope she gets fine soon and can live a normal life. If I find EM again in the future, I will effing teach her that I can do as much pain to her than she did to my sister. This bitch really deserves an entire life or immortality better, but every single day she gets tortured without dying. My blind neighbor is a troll to ED, entitled Dad. Okay, here's some context. I live next door to an elderly couple, two really sweet people. The husband, let's call him BE for blind elder, is a blind old man about 70. His wife, let's call her SG for sweet granny, was sick one day, so I offered to take BE to the store to get some stuff. Entitled Dad is ED. I help BE into his car after saying goodbye to SG and I drive him to the store. BE always tells jokes about his condition, laughing as though he could care less about the fact that he can't see. When we get to the store, I help him out of the car and inside, allowing him to put a hand on my shoulder so I can be his eyes. We manage to buy what we need and get to the lunch meat since they needed some. Each meat I grab as a sample I hand to BE, letting him feel to see if it's the perfect size. While he's feeling the salami, I heard someone clears his throat in a rude way. I turn around and find myself face to face with Entitled Dad. Entitled Dad is an average looking middle-aged man with barely any hair on his forehead. His kids are two twin boys who are around age 7. Entitled Dad starts asking us to hurry up and ask why BE is touching the meat that way. I quickly explain that my neighbor is blind, causing the dad to shake his head and say something about him and his kids were in a hurry. BE eventually turns around and hands me the meat he had been feeling. Then the dads get impatient. ED. He's probably faking it, he seems way too confident. BE just let out a laugh and had the look of I'm gonna scare him. Then to my amusement, BE takes off his sunglasses to show his eyes, causing the dad to back up as my neighbor stumbles towards him with his hand outstretched, yelling about how someone turned off the lights and how the world has been thrown into eternal darkness. The dad and his kids run like scared dogs, causing my neighbor to laugh so loud that he has tears in his eyes. He put his sunglasses back and we continued shopping. When we got back to the house, BE started telling his wife what happened and how he made a big tough dad pee his pants in fear. So those were the stories for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be highly appreciated. It really does help my channel out. Also, if you enjoyed this and want to stay up to date on the latest videos, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening and I will see you in the next video.